Do they want us up? Or do we just go here? The table. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Just looking for. Hey.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the celebration. My name is Peter Busby, and I'll be your MC this evening, or this afternoon. We got a sound man on the feedback, please. Thank you. This is a celebration of the sustainability of the Olympic facilities that have been designed and built in time for 2010. It is important in that province and Bannock made commitments to sustainability as part of the planning for the Olympics, and they have delivered. So we're here to celebrate that. This event is organized by the Canada Green Building Council, the organization nonprofit that brought LEED to Canada, in collaboration with BC Hydro, a strong supporter of sustainability throughout the province. We are here to recognize the contributions made by the province of British Columbia in the person of Mary McNeil, and Bannock in the person of Linda Cody, cities of Vancouver, Andrea Reimer, Deputy Mayor, Richmond, Greg Scott, and Ken Melamed, Mayor of Whistler. We're here to congratulate them as part of their commitment in constructing venues that conform to high levels of sustainability. As part of the Olympic bid, the province committed to LEED Silver, and in most cases, that level of attainment has been exceeded in the built facilities. The organizations here represent have followed through with this commitment. Sustainability is important as an aspect of the Olympics. It's one component of the total emissions, but it's the permanent legacy left over from the Olympics. We need sustainable design in buildings to reduce energy consumption in buildings. Throughout Canada, they comprise about 35% of total energy consumption in the country, and in urban locations, over 50%. So if we can design buildings like Bannock has for the Olympics, where typically the energy consumption is 20, 30, 40, 50% below traditional or typical comparable buildings, this is the way of the future. It's extremely important. These buildings are also healthy buildings. Health is important for all of us in the future, for the health of the athletes in both Olympic villages, and for the health of the people who will occupy the buildings and work in the buildings and use the buildings, the facilities afterwards. It's also the way of the future, and it's important that when we look at Olympic buildings and see them as hallmarks of the future, as the best we can do at the present time, it's important that they attain this level of achievement. When we created the Canada Green Building Council 7 years ago, and I was one of the founders, Kevin Hyes is also in the room, he was one of the others, green buildings in Canada were in their infancy. It is remarkable to me today that we can be standing here 7 years later and we have built buildings. It takes 4 or 5 years to design and build a building and prove that this can be done and showcase it to the world. Being here today reminds me of how far we've come in such a short time, how the industry is changing rapidly, and demonstrates best building practices for all the world to see. So I'd like now to introduce Thomas Mueller, the President and CEO of the Canada Green Building Council, to make a few words.
Thank you, Peter, and welcome, everyone. We are here today to recognize a tremendous achievement in green building. When the Olympic bid was originally put forward, LEED Silver was the target, and that was in 2003. It was early days for LEED and for green building and for the Canada Green Building Council, and at the time it was a very ambitious goal to go to LEED Silver, particularly because it hadn't really been done before. It was the first time that something on this scale was proposed to green the Olympic Games. I'm here today to tell you that the Olympic facilities are all meeting or well on their way of exceeding this goal that was set several years ago. This is due to the commitment and the perseverance of those involved, the organizations that we're going to recognize today, the many designers that were involved in these projects, and also the staff at Canada Green Building Council that go in great diligence to certifying these facilities. We have a total of 30 buildings that are built for the Games for a total of 320,000 square meters of projects. This is quite a significant achievement. They include buildings like the city of Vancouver, the Athletes Village, of course, the Trout Lake Ice Rink, which is a LEED Silver certified building, and is actually in my neighborhood, and my kids will be able to go skating there. There is the province that supported a convention center expansion, and just today was announced that the convention center in Vancouver has achieved a LEED Platinum rating. And this is a huge accomplishment. It makes us the greenest convention center in Canada, probably the greenest convention center in North America that we have here right in Vancouver. In Richmond, we have the Olympic Oval, which is a fantastic facility that has achieved LEED Silver. And finally, but not least, the resort municipality of Whistler, who has several facilities going through the LEED. The Olympic Park Day Lodge, which is a LEED Gold certified facility. The Sliding Center, refrigeration building, which is LEED Gold. And then on top of that, both villages, both in Vancouver and in Whistler, have used the LEED for Neighborhood Development rating system in a pilot project phase. So this is a significant accomplishment when we see in a very short period of time how designers and owners and those organizing the Olympics and those that have these legacy facilities have taken upon themselves to achieve this commitment, to go to LEED. In other words, we have world-class examples now of green buildings here in Vancouver. And that shows our expertise in the area, and it just emphasizes that BC and Vancouver particularly is really a center for sustainability in Canada and in North America and worldwide. It's also our time to shine environmentally, not just athletically and economically, but also environmentally. And these facilities are testimony to that. As far as we are concerned, the 2010 Winter Olympics are the greenest Olympics ever, and they have surpassed all other Olympics, and they create an environmental legacy for British Columbians, for Canadians, for decades to come. Thank you very much. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Minister Mary McNeil, Minister of State for the Olympics and Act Now BC, to speak. And following her will be Linda Cody, Vice President of Sustainability for VANOC. Please welcome both. Thank you.